It's a holiday. It's not a big holiday, but there is something special about February 2nd. Sam, do you know what's special about today? Betty's saying the Super Bowl. That's something special about today, but there's actually something else that happens every year on February 2nd. Sam, can you think of anything?
It's on the screen.
Sam, look up on the screen. What do you see on the screen? You see anything? Groundhog Day! Yeah, it's Groundhog's Day, and especially if you're in school. Normally they do a lot of fun things if you're in school today, so maybe you'll do some things tomorrow, Monday. Maybe you'll do some fun Groundhog Day stuff tomorrow in school. Isaac, can you tell me about what happens on Groundhog's Day? What's the point of today? The groundhog comes out and it sees its what?
Shadow.
Sees its shadow. And it goes back in its hole. But if it sees its shadow, what does that mean? You're a smart little boy, Sammy. If he sees his shadow, that means that spring is not right around the corner, is what Sammy says. And Sammy said if he doesn't see his shadow, then he knows that spring is right around the corner, is what Sammy says. Well, today was the day. Punxsutawney Phil, which is just northeast of Pittsburgh, came out and looked to see if he saw his shadow. Let's do a drum roll, because I know whether or not spring is right around the corner. He didn't see his shadow, which means spring is right around the corner. Yay! That's pretty exciting, isn't it? I can't wait for spring. That means we can wear shorts, get our cool sunglasses back, baseball's right around the corner. I can't wait for springtime. Now, do you think that groundhog is correct all the time?
I think
He's crazy, Jennifer says. Okay, the key is the sun. In fact, they've realized Punxsutawney Phil, he's a cute groundhog, but he's only right about 40% of the time. So really, you should just listen to what he has to say and just do the exact opposite to what he has to say. So, maybe spring is right around the corner. Who knows? I mean, spring will come, whether it's sooner or later, I don't know. Well, this reminds me. The first lesson that Dan read just a few minutes ago talked about God's people. And they were all sitting around trying to predict. They weren't trying to predict when spring was coming, Sam. You know what they were trying to predict? They were trying to predict what would make God happy. And they're all sitting around and they are trying to predict the different things that they could do to make God happy. You want to hear some of the things they thought of? They said, well, maybe if we worshiped God and we were really quiet and we were really serious about how we worship God. We didn't make any noise in worship. Well, other people said, no, God likes noise. And we should come and we should holler and we should give God praise because that's what God wants. Other people said, well, we got to bring God a lot of gold. If we bring God a lot of gold and a lot of money, then we'll be happy with that. Other people said all kinds of things about what would make God happy. Well, there's a man. Anything can make him happy is what Sam says. And you know what the Bible tells us? The Bible tells us, do you want to know how to make God happy? It's really, really very simple. There's just 3 things that the Bible tells us that if we do them, they will make him happy. Benny, you want to hear what they are? The first thing that the Bible says is on the front of your bulletin. So when you go back to your seats, look at your bulletins because it has it. It says the first thing that you need to do to make God happy is to do justice. Now this is maybe the most complicated. What is justice? Well, justice is doing what is right. And sometimes doing justice means that if someone else is doing something that's wrong, well, then you have to arrest them. And sometimes you have to use some force and you have to use some power because justice is we stand up and we protect people. And sometimes we have to punish people because they're doing the wrong things. That's maybe the most complicated, but we need to do justice. We need to stand up for people. The second one is easier. Love kindness. And if we're kind in our hearts, and if we're kind in everything we do, along with doing justice, those are the first two things that we do to make God happy. The third thing, in front of our Bible tells us, is to walk humbly with God. That means we don't think that we're so great and we're so super, that we're just humble. And every single day we wake up, we try to walk with God, which means we try to pray with God, we think about God, we share God's love with other people. And if we do those three things, which are sometimes hard for people to do, but if we do justice, love kindness, and walk humbly with God, we don't have to predict what makes God happy. We know what will make God happy. All right? Sam, do you want to say a prayer for us this morning? Everybody else, you can fold your hands, close your eyes as we pray to God. Sam, you say, Dear God.
Dear God.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
For this beautiful day.
For this beautiful day.
And please help us.
Please help us.
Do justice.
Justice.
Love kindness.
Love kindness.
And walk humbly.
And walk humbly.
With you.
In you.
In Jesus' name we pray.
In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Amen.
All right.